Today, I'm going to show you a complete beginner's guide of the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to show you some of my favorite tips, tricks, and hidden features allowing you to leave this video as a Nintendo Switch expert. Let's get started. So as you can see on the front of the box here, we've got Nintendo Switch and the two Joy-Cons, the blue and the red on the side. We've got some specs and information about what's inside the box on the bottom there. You've got a picture of the dock and a TV and the Switch controller with the Joy-Cons in it. Some more beautiful images on the side of the Switch being used. Let's go ahead and open this up. It's got a nice little tab right here that we can pull out and then undo and open the box up just like that. And we can flip it around, and there we are presented with our Switch and our Joy-Cons. So simple to open up there. We can go ahead and pull out the Switch. We can place this to the side here, and then we also have our Joy-Cons, the blue and the red. We can put those on the side. Let's take a look at what else is in the box here. It's got this tab, and it's got some information underneath here. So we've got some health and safety information and usage guidelines that we can pay attention to. And then let's see what else we have in the box. So we've got our dock, which allows you to connect it to a television. So we can take this out the wrapper there. And this is what it looks like. So really cool piece of technology that we've got there. And then inside we've got all of the cables. This is really neat that they include an HDMI cable. You plug this up to your television, and it's what allows you to see your Nintendo Switch being docked in. And you plug up your HDMI to the back here. Let's see what else we have. We've got this power brick. So we'll plug this up, and this will allow us to charge our Switch and then also charge the Switch when it's docked in. We've got the controller where you insert your Joy-Cons, and then some additional accessories for the Joy-Cons and the little straps and buttons. So that's what's inside the box for the Nintendo Switch there. You're definitely going to get a lot of equipment here. Really exciting that they have jam-packed it with a ton of equipment for us to try out. And we'll be able to go ahead and set up the Switch for the very first time. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the space here, and we'll turn it on and see how to set it up. Alright, so we've cleared out the area here. We're going to go ahead and unwrap the Switch for the very first time and boot it up. So it's in this plastic covering here. We just take it out just like this, and it slides right out. And here we have it. Now, in order to use the Switch, you are going to need to open up the controllers. We've got the Joy-Cons here. They slide out of the plastic right here. So you've got the left one, and then we've got the right one. And you can see in this particular model, they're colored. You've got the red and blue, and they slide on to the very end of your Switch. And we'll go ahead and process that right now. So you can see right here, you've got a mechanism right here, and you take the Joy-Con and you slide it on. It has a mechanism right there. You slide it on from the very top, and it clicks in just like that, and you're able to get started with your Switch. And same here on the other side, you've got the same sliding mechanism that allows you to take the Joy-Con and you just slide it in order to connect it. So you can use the Switch without the Joy-Cons being connected, because they are wireless. They work through Bluetooth. But this is I guess the normal way of using it right here. So you'd be using it this way. So let's take a look at these controllers. You've got two joysticks, one on the left, one on the right. You've got up, down, left, right. You've got A, B, Y, X. Got a plus button, a minus button, a home button right here. On the bottom, you've got a charging port for USB-C. And then on the top, you've got your left, a trigger, your right, a trigger. And then you've got your volume controls right here. If I zoom in and give you some better lighting there, you can see the volume controls. You've got the power button, that's right there. And then you've got your game card slot and headphone jack. So headphone jack's right there, and game card slot is right there. So let's go ahead and press the power button on the top, which is right here. Let me put that into focus right there. We'll go ahead and hold that down and turn on the switch for the very first time. So you can see the logo pops up and it says Nintendo Switch. You got the two Joy-Con logo. And let's go through the setup process. Oh, it's a beautiful sound. So it plays kind of like an intro for us there, with some beautiful music. And the first step in order to set up our Switch is to select our language. So you can use the Joy-Cons on the left or the right to move around and select whichever language you want. And when you're ready, the selection tool that we use on the Switch is the A button, and the A button is right here on the right side. So we'll go ahead, we'll select English, we'll press A to move forward. It makes a nice little tone to let us know that the language is selected. And then next up, it wants us to select the region. So the region, you can use the Joy-Con to move the joystick around and select whichever region you're in. For us, we're in the Americas, so I'm going to select Americas and then press this A button on the right side to confirm. Check out today's sponsor, Rakuten, where you can get a $30 bonus today when you sign up using the link in the description, appfind.org/Rakuten. You can shop at your favorite stores with over 3,500 stores to check out, and you install the plugin, create an account on Rakuten, and earn cash back today. It's really cool that you can come here and get paid to shop, and of course you can earn your $30 bonus today using the link in the description. This helps out the AppFind channel a lot, so check out today's sponsor, Rakuten, using the link appfind.org/Rakuten. Makes a nice little noise for us. Next up, we need the end user license agreement. So we have to read the agreement carefully. We just press A to view the end user license agreement. It's got all the terms and service and conditions right here for the end user license agreement. You can change the language by pressing the Y button and selecting a different language if you want. You can press B to go back. B is how you go back inside of the game console here. And then we'll press B one more time to go back in order to accept the end license agreement. We'll move down one. You can see the highlighted blue text box is around the accept button. That means we are ready to select that. And in order to select and press OK, we just press the A button. And one cool thing about the Switch is it lets us know what we need to press. You can see here in the lower right hand corner, it lets us know that B goes back, A goes OK. And then of course, this blue highlighted text box lets us know what we're going to select. So if we want to go back and view the end user license agreement, we can move it up one, and we've got this blue highlight pulsing, allowing us to know that we're going to be selecting the end user license agreement. But we're going to go ahead and accept this. I'm going to press the A button with the check mark for accept, and then we're going to move down to the next option and press A to move forward. So now it's searching for networks. Networks is really important. It plays a nice little tone there to confirm that Wi-Fi networks have been found. Networks allow us to connect to the internet and download games and play. So I'm going to go ahead and select my network. It's going to ask for the password. The nice thing about the Switch here is it gives you a full-size keyboard here. You have to use the Joy-Cons to move around. I'm going to go ahead and enter my my password here. You can also touch the screen here, so you can see if you don't want to use the Joy-Con, this makes it a lot easier to type. You know exactly where you want to type, so you can either move the Joy-Con around and press A in order to press a character in, or you can just select the character. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and enter my password off camera. That way I can stay secure and private. And then I'm going to press the blue OK button, and it's going to start connecting to the internet. It's playing a lovely tone. I love the tone and the music. Network device found, successfully connected. So you can see here the console talked to the network device and it got internet access. So we are good to go for internet on this Switch device. We can go ahead, we can press the OK button by pressing A. And now it wants us to select our time zone. So it looks like it's automatically found the time zone that I'm in here, UTC -7, Los Angeles, Vancouver. So I'm going to go ahead and press the A, but if you want to select a different time zone, you can do that. I'll go ahead and press A for that. It says, would you like to connect to a TV and play on a larger screen? So it did come with the dock. You can use that HDMI connection to do that. We're going to go ahead and we'll do this later because we do not have a TV to connect it to at this point. But that is a really cool feature of the Switch, that you can take these controllers off the Switch, dock it into a dock that came in that you saw earlier, and then plug that up through HDMI to your television, and then play your Switch games on the TV. So we'll go ahead and say later. Next up, it wants to talk us through detaching the Joy-Cons. So detach the Joy-Con controllers from the console. Do not press any additional buttons when detaching the controllers. So you hold the release button on the back of the controller and slide it out. So if we look on the back here, we've got the release button. And there's the release button for the blue one. There's the release button for the red one. And we just hold that, and then we slide it out, just like that. And that's how you detach the controllers. You hold that blue button, or that button on the blue controller. So next up, use the left stick to select next, and then press A on the right controller. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Switch down here. And actually, one thing that's cool about the Switch is they have a little kickstand right here, so we can prop it up. We can push this out, if I can get my fingernail in, and it sticks out right here, and we can just set it up just like that in place. So now you can still see everything that I do. So now the controllers are off of the Switch, and I'm going to go ahead and swap them here. So it wants us to use the left stick to select next, then press A on the right controller. So I can use the Joy-Con to move up and down just like that, and then I can press A once it's on next in order to move forward. So you can use the console with the Joy-Con controllers attached or detached. Choose the control style you prefer, then continue. So it's teaching us about detaching in the rear kickstand that we just put up, because now the device here is setting up all by itself, and you can use it, you can play video games, and you can check out the content on the Switch itself without having to prop it up by a book, because it has a built-in kickstand. So the rear kickstand can be used to prop up the console, and you can play the Switch with the controllers wirelessly just like this, and you are good to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and press the A button to say okay that we read that. And it says a user will be added to the console. Important data like saved data is linked to each specific user on the console. So we're adding a user now, and we're almost done with the setup process. We're so close to being able to use the Switch for the very first time, and we'll be good to go. So next up, let's just add a user. So it asks us, how do we want to add a user? Do we want to create a new user, or do we want to import data from another console? If we had another console, you can copy and transfer the data to the system. Otherwise, we'll need to create a new user. So in this case, we don't have another console, so we're going to be creating a new user. You can see that the blue highlight is pulsing and selecting around create a new user. But if you do have an older Switch that you want to transfer data from, you can go ahead and move the Joy-Con down and press A on import user data from another console. So I'm just going to go up here. We're going to press create new user by pressing the A button, and we'll be good to go. Next up, we want to select an icon. So this icon can be changed at any time. So I can use the Joy-Con to move around here and select any icon. You can see all of the lovely icons they got. I'm going to go to more icons. Oops, I'm going to press the B button to go back. I'm going to go to more options and press A. And it looks like I can select a different character here. So I'm going to go with Yoshi. Yoshi's one of my favorite characters there. And the background is green. I'm going to see if we can change the background to maybe a darker color like black. Let's do that. And then I'm going to press OK. So just like that, I was able to change my background. And now it wants us to enter a nickname for this user. So I'm going to just going to enter in our lovely channel name. And we can say app. And then I'll go over. And then another cool thing I'll show you is you can touch. I'll type in AppFind, just like that, and I'll press OK. So this user will be added to the console AppFind, and we are good to go. We can press a button, or we can just go ahead and touch OK, because this has a touchscreen, and that's very fun to use. Next up, it wants us to add a Nintendo account. So with the linked account, you can access online play, friend features, eShop, and more. So all you have to do is just create a Nintendo account, or if you already have one, better. Or if you want, you can just say later and select later. I'll go ahead and link a Nintendo account for this. It says a system update is required. A system cannot be updated during the initial process. So we'll need to go to the home menu, select system settings, and then system to perform a system update later. So we'll do that after the fact. And then we can link our Nintendo account. So let's go with later. So we can go ahead and it says additional users can be added if this console is to be used by more than one person. That's really handy if this is going to be like a shared switch between family members or friends. You can have each person have their own account. So if I wanted to, I can come over, add another user, create new user. This time we can, let's select more options, character, and let's go with Mario. And then let's do like a red Mario. So you can see you've got lots of color options here, and then we can press OK. We can name this user and then press OK. And then go from there. We can link an account, but again, we need to update the software in order to link accounts. So we'll do this later. So now we've got 2 users on the device, and we're good to go. So you can add all your family members, all your friends, whoever's going to be using this device, they can switch into it, and it'll be very handy for them to get set up with. So we don't need to add any more users, so now we can just go ahead and press the A button on skip, because we don't need to add any additional users, or you can just go touch it yourself and press skip. Next up is the Nintendo Switch Online. So this is a membership. It grants you access to a lot of services. So online play, save data cloud, and more. So it's just telling you about this, and then you can check out the Switch Online membership on the home menu to learn more. So I'm going to go ahead and press the next button, and we get a nice little tone there. So now to parents and guardians, you can add parental controls and restrict features of this console. So you can configure different parental controls if you want. So if we were to take a look, configure parental controls, we just tap it, and it says that we would need to install the parental controls application. So you need to do that in your Google Play or your Apple device in the App Store, and then be able to do that. You could press the X button right here and say that I don't have a smart device. Let's do that. So if I press the X button, which is right here at the very top, just press X, it says you can continue without using a smart device, but you will not be able to set up a playtime limit, a bedtime alarm, and check play activities such as played software titles and time. Today's video is sponsored by a children's book titled Enough, a Best Self-Adventure. You can purchase this book using the Amazon link in the comments and description below. This is perfect if you have kids or if you have family members and you want them to live their happiest childhood. You can check out Enough, a Best Self-Adventure using the Amazon link in the description below. You can see the incredible illustrations alongside of the text here. So you can go ahead and check out this book titled Enough, a Best Self-Adventure perfect for young children in the description below, and purchase your very own copy today. So parent controls is something very handy. If you're setting this up for a child, then you can set up boundaries of when they can play and what games they can play, and really helpful. So you'll need to download that app, or you'll have to go through the onboarding setup process on here. So I'm going to use the Joy-Con. I'm going to scroll down to skip, and I'm going to press the A button to move forward, and our setup is complete. I can press the home button to open the home menu, or I'm curious, it has a back button. I can press the back button to go back to parent controls or anything in the setup process. But as we just saw, setup is complete. We are absolutely ready to be using our Switch, and we are good to go. That was the entire setup process. And now all we have to do is just go to our controller right here and press the home button, this button right here, that allows us to go home. So you'll see what happens when I press the home button. It takes us home on the Switch. And this is what home looks like. You can see the top left, we've got our user accounts. I want to go ahead and lift this up for you so you can get a clearer representation of it. You've got our user accounts. I can insert a game or download software from the Nintendo eShop. I've got the time, I've got the Wi-Fi, I've got the battery of the Switch. And over here would be all of the game downloads or anything I install on the square tiles. I'll be able to open them up quickly once I download a game or anything. And then you've got your little buttons right here at the very bottom. You've got the online option right here, the Nintendo Switch Online, the news, the Nintendo eShop, the album, the controllers, the settings, and the sleep mode. And we're going to be going over each of these settings in this complete beginner's guide so you can get a complete overview of what it looks like to use them on your Switch. So I'm going to go ahead and dock the controllers back in. I'm going to put up the kickstand there. I'm going to slide this controller back in until it clicks, and then I'm going to slide this controller back in until it clicks, and we've got our handheld device set up for us completely. So I'm going to start up in the top left right here where you can see you can switch multiple users. All you have to do is just select whichever user you want. So if I want to be in AppFind's page, I just press the A button on that, and I can go over the profile for AppFind. I can press B to go back. If I want to switch over to JH page, I just press A on that, and I can see all the settings for JH page. So all the profiles, all the user settings, the friend lists, and more. And I can press the B button to go back. Next up, I will need to insert a game, card, or download software from the Nintendo shop. But before I open that up, let's go into system settings and see what it looks like to do a software update. Because if we remember, we cannot connect our Nintendo account until our system software is updated properly. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to system. Once I've opened up system settings, I'm going to press the A button. It's going to allow us to go into this menu, and then it says the system software update is ready. So we'll go ahead and press A, and it prepares us for system software update. It says finish downloading update data. Download will continue even if you leave the screen. Update your console after the download is complete. So now it says update. I'm just going to go ahead and say update now by pressing the A button. And it says the console will restart once the update is complete. Any suspended software will be closed. And we'll just go ahead and press OK. So now it is successfully updating here. You've got a loading screen and a loading bar. Update complete. The system will restart momentarily. So that took less than 30 seconds there to have our update process successfully, and then it gives us a nice little switch. So now with this brand new software update, we'll be able to log in to things like the Nintendo Switch and the store, and link our consoles together. So this is what it looks like when you boot up here. You've got some featured news. You can press Y to learn more about the featured news, and we can press the same button 3 times. So press it doesn't matter which button, we can just press, or I guess we have to press Y. So we press Y and press it 3 times, and then it opens up the news options. So we'll dive into the news later. Next up, I want to go over to the system settings and see what it looks like if we were to link our accounts. So let's see where we've got users. We can go over to JH, and then I can say link Nintendo account right here. So I just click this button, and this will allow us to log in to the Nintendo servers and be good to go. So it's preparing, and it opens up a browser. So I can sign in with a smart device, or I can sign in using an email address. Please wait, it's successfully adding my account to this profile now, and we'll be good to go. And really exciting times, my account was successfully linked. I can now enjoy the following features: friend features, news about games and deals, the Nintendo eShop, posting screenshots to social media, and I've got online presence, play activity, and news settings to look over to if I want to scroll up and check that out. But I'll go ahead and press OK, and then we'll press the A button there, and we are good to go. So I can see here that my account is now linked. I can check my account information. I've got all of my account settings set up properly. And now I can go ahead and press the home button and head over to home. And We can see all of our different options that we have here, such as the Nintendo Switch Online. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. We can go ahead and select which account we want to take a look at it in. And I'll go ahead and select the one I just linked. And now it says it's got a little splash screen, games and fun. It's a paid service. So it's designed to enhance your gaming experience. You can access all of its features right from here. So I'll go ahead and press OK. This is your go-to spot for info about the Nintendo Switch Online, whether you're already a member or just want to learn more. So we can go ahead and select the home here. They've got a little video. Let's see what this looks like. So it plays a little video, more games and more features and more fun. It says there's a 7-day trial, so you don't have to pay immediately, that you can check out too. And we can scroll here. We can use the touch screen to scroll, or we can use the joystick. And we can see first up is considering the Nintendo Switch Online membership. Let's go to the complete guide. Let's see how much this membership is and what exactly it gives us when we check out this platform. So we can see that we get online play, smartphone apps, special offers, missions and rewards, save cloud data, Super NES, and Game Boy. We can slide over here. So online play, and it goes through each of those features there with all of the various different options that come with the 7-day trial. But I'm also really curious, if I press the 7-day trial, what does it come with in terms of like pricing? What does that look like? So it loads up the Nintendo eShop. And it says it wants us to enter the password. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to close the shop and head back to where we were. So that's the first option on our home screen here when we load up the Nintendo shop here. So it brings us back. I can go ahead and press the back button, and we can see what other features they have here built in to the online membership. Let's see if I click learn more, will it tell us the price there under the free 7-day trial. I just press A there. So it goes down, it tells us about it. It's a 30-day membership, and then you'll need to purchase one after. So it's interesting. They tell us all about the 7-day free trial, but they don't tell us how much it will cost after the 7-day free trial. So I'm going to hit the back button there, and then we'll scroll down and we can see what's trending, mission and rewards from Paper Mario, all these various different games here that are trending. You've got online services that are trending, and then games with smartphone app support. So that's what we have on the very front there of the online membership platform. You can see that we don't have the membership yet, but this is what it's offering us. We can go to membership options, and look, we found pricing. This is what I've been looking for. So an individual membership for a single user after the free 7-day trial is $4, $3.99. For 3 months, it's $7.99, and for 12 months, it's $19.99. Or you can go with a family membership of up to 8 users for $35 for 12 months per month there. So they've got various different pricing membership options that we can check out. You can see all of them right here inside. And I got to that just by going into the little menu option onto the sidebar. So we were, I don't want to close the application. I'm going to hit cancel. But I just moved the joystick to the left just like that. Scrolled all the way down the membership options and support, and it went over pricing. So they've got missions and rewards, special offers. You can save cloud or save data in the cloud. So all these cool options that come with the membership there for this Nintendo Online. So let's go ahead and press the home button and take a look at the next option that's on our screen. So we can scroll over. We've got news. We saw news briefly when we locked our device and it restarted after the software update, and we turned it back on. So when you turn it back on, you're presented with the kind of news on the left here, featured news, where you can press Y to get into it, or you can get to it from the home screen just like we did. A will unlock the device. You got to press the same button 3 times in order to get into it. But if you also wanted to open up news from the lock screen, all you have to do is just turn it on, press the Y button 3 times, and it will open up news just like this. So news tells you the latest stuff that's going on in the Nintendo world here. You can see there's 3 featured options right here. You got the latest options of what's going on in the Nintendo eShop, some games that are on sale. We can press the A button to learn more and see all of these releases. It says looking for something new to play. Check out this week's new releases for Nintendo Switch. And of course you can buy these games or download them onto your Switch and be good to go. So, oops, I pressed the back button. I'm going to log in one more time, and we'll see what else is new here in the shop. So it loads us up the shop and wants us to enter the password. I'm going to just go say skip password. And from here, it still wants us to re-enter the password. So I'm going to do this off camera, and that way I can stay secure. And basically what this will allow us to do is download games and check out different content that's in the Switch eShop. So I've entered my password successfully, and here I clicked on a game and it brought it right to the Nintendo eShop where we can buy it. And then there's this proceed to purchase where you can go through and purchase a game. So that's one cool thing. If you're looking at news, you see a new game that comes out, you can go ahead and click on it immediately and it takes you right to your eShop where you can download it. I'm going to press the back button and head back to the other application, the news application that we're in. So I'm going to go home and then go back to news. So I'll tap on news there. I'll press it one more time. And then we were in what's new. So I press the A button to open that up. And here are all the new different games. So that's how we got to the eShop. We just selected a game here and it takes us to the eShop. So if we want this, oops, I pressed the trigger button there. So I'm going to press B to go back. If we want the little kitten game there, we can scroll down to it and let's see, where is it at? I no longer see it anymore. So they've got various games. There it is. Puzzle World, Cute Cats. So I can also tap on it. I don't have to use the joystick. I can just select which account is using the shop. And then it takes us right to the Nintendo eShop, plays a nice little tone for us, and allows us to start checking out the content there. So we can proceed to purchase. We can see it's $5. We can see some screenshots of it and what it looks like when we play. And we can scroll down and read more about it. So that is the news application. We can press home. We can head back to news and see what else there is. So they've got tons of titles here that tell us about the latest deals, the latest games, and the latest tips on our Switch. So really cool options that we got here for the Nintendo Switch. So let's go ahead and hit the home button and see what else is on here. So after news is the Nintendo eShop, which is what we just were in because a lot of the news, I press the A button, I select my user account, and we head over to the eShop. This is what was opening from the news application. When we found a good deal, we pressed the A button and it opened up the eShop. This is where you can download your games. So really exciting time. You can see some of the best sellers. You can see the feature. They've got a whole menu option right here. We can swipe over to the right and see all of the content here. Something like Minecraft, we can press the A button on Minecraft and see all the different Minecraft releases here on the Switch. You know, starting at $3 to several, bucks there, $16 there, $17. So you can see all of the options there. We can press the B button to go back. We can see Peach, Zelda, Fortnite. Fortnite's a free download, so you may be wondering, how do you download something on the Switch? Well, typically if you don't have to pay for it, you'll see the free download button where we can slide over to the free download. We can highlight it, we can press the A button and start that download process just like this inside of the Nintendo eShop. And it wants us to confirm the items to purchase. We'll go over to the free download, we'll press A, and it says thank you. Fortnite, you can check the download status on the home menu depending on the server status. The download might not begin immediately. And just like that, we downloaded the game on the Switch. Now, of course, if you're to pay for it, you'll have to enter payment information. And you can see games pop open right up here. You can see the download bar. So Fortnite is typically a pretty big game, so it's going to take some time to download over Wi-Fi. But after it does download, you'll be able to press the A button and launch it successfully. And all your games, everything you download from the eShop will pop up right here, and you'll be able to select them. We can take a look at the download data, and you can see over Wi-Fi, Fortnite's going going to take over 2 hours to download successfully, which is insane. That's how big a game the Fortnite game is on the Switch. So it says 2 hours and 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes counting, and it says it will pause if the software being played uses communication features. So we'll go ahead and we'll let this download in the background. Let's take a look. We'll go to the eShop one more time. We'll open it up and we'll select our user account and see what else we have right here, if there are any other cool features to check out. The main thing to look at on the eShop is this left menu that opens up that's orange. When you check it out, you can go to recent releases, great deals, best sellers, coming soon. You can also use the touchscreen here. So we can just go to coming soon and open up that. So really cool shop right here. This is how you download your games on your Switch. This is how you see what the latest platform deals are from the news app. They open up right here inside of the eShop. So really cool application. You can see coming soon just loaded, and you can go ahead and pre-order various different games like the Glass Staircase, Claw 3, and all these different games. Tip Top, Table Tennis, and more. So really cool options that we got baked right into the eShop right here. I'm going to go ahead and press the back button and close this application. It's going to take us back to the home screen. And next up is Album. This is great for when you take screenshots or save videos. So there are no screenshots or anything yet. You use this button right here on the left controller to take screenshots. And it's unable to capture now, but you can use the capture during gameplay to take screenshots and videos. So we'll go ahead and hit the back button. Next up is controllers. So we can change the grip and order. We can find the controllers. We can pair new controllers, or we can go ahead and close off there. So they have multiple options for the controllers. You can also see that no other controllers are connected. If you were doing multiplayer games, you can connect new controllers this way, so that way everyone has their own pair of controllers. You can see the battery life of the controllers of each of the platforms there. So really cool options that they've got baked into the controller settings. If we want to change the grip and order, we press A, and we just press the L plus R on the controller. So it says play with the Joy-Con controllers detached from the console. So if you want to change the grip and use them while they're tilted sideways rather than at the top, then you can detach the Joy-Con and use the I'll show you. So we detach, remember we detach by holding down and dragging up. So we've got these left and right options right here that we can press. So I'll go ahead and keep it normal and not change the grip. So we'll slide it off like that, and we'll go ahead and hit close. So those are our options there for controllers. Last but not least, we've got system settings. Here you can come in here and manage all the settings. We were in system settings previously when we scrolled all the way down to our system and did the software update. You can see we're on version 18.0.1 now. So you got TV settings, controllers and sensors, sleep mode, notifications, themes, ambient, users, data management, internet, parent controls, screen lock, Bluetooth audio, screen brightness, airplane mode, and support and safety. So those are all your settings here in the Switch, and you can modify those as needed. So really cool that they've baked all of those in. And then of course, at any time you want to go home, you just press the home button right here, or you can press the be back button to go back. Want to promote your business in front of tech enthusiasts? You can sponsor AppFind to get a shout out on a video or even your own dedicated video. To learn more, see our rate card and request a sponsorship. You can click our link in the description to Passion Fruit to learn more and inquire about a sponsorship. So this has been a complete beginner's guide of the Nintendo Switch. If you enjoyed this video, let us know what your favorite Switch feature is in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to figure out when we release our next technology video. We love producing these for you and can't wait to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.